Learning objectives are to rewrite a quadratic equation in standard form, solve quadratic equations by factoring in zero product property, and solve for roots and visualize them as x-intercepts. So really the new thing, I suppose, that maybe you saw in first semester, but we're going to talk about again, is zero product property. Everything else, rewriting and factoring, we've already done together. So we're just kind of building on piece by piece. So there's a couple steps with them. So we're just going to go through a couple examples on how to do these. And I recommend writing down these steps and maybe writing down this problem on the side as I do them. Again, if I'm going too fast, you can always pause the video or rewatch it. If I'm going too slow, you can always speed it up or skip to the next section. So step one, if necessary, you want to move terms to one side of the equal sign so that the equation is written in the standard form. So looking at this example here, we see that we want one side to be equal to 0. So here's the equal sign. We want one side to equal 0. So let's go ahead and kind of move terms so that it equals 0 on one side. So I want this to equal 0. So what do I need to do? Well, I like to split it up like this, just really organize my work. You don't have to though. Well, I need to get rid of this minus 6, so I'm going to plus 6x to each side, and I'm going to add it to the x terms over here. So that means I have x squared minus 7x plus 4 equals minus 2. And how did I get minus 7x? Well, that's negative 13x plus 6x. That equals negative 7x. So that's kind of where I got this negative 7x from, right there. And then I still want this side to be equal to 0. I want the right-hand side to be equal to 0. So I need to add 2. I need to get rid of this minus 2, so I'm going to add 2. And those cancel, and this one's canceled before. So now I have x squared minus 7x plus 6 equals 0. And that's done with step 1. So see how one side must only contain 0. I got that 0 on this side. And then I have the standard form, which we talked about before, on this side. So it's exactly how I want it. So all done with step 1. Okay, so we finished step 1. Now we're on step 2. Again, pause the video if you need to write down some of these steps, or at least this part. It's a very important part. It's always good to have written English down to help you verbalize your steps. So step 2 says factor the quadratic equation by using the area model. And then we're going to replace this standard form here. And we're going to replace it with the factored form. But first we have to factor. So we use the GCF or Xbox method. So I'll use both really. So let's see. I need a little bit more space here. So if you already know how to do this, just kind of do it on your own and skip out to the next step. If you need to go along with me, do it with me. So x squared goes there, 6 goes there. I multiply them and becomes 6x squared on top. And then this negative 7x goes down here. Okay, now I need to find two terms. Need two terms that multiply to 6x squared and add to minus 7x. And think about them for a sec, and you'll find them. And they'd end up being negative 1x and negative 6x. Because negative 1x times negative 6x, well, that's equal to 6x squared. And negative 1x plus negative 6x is equal to negative 7x. Right, then I put them back into my box, my area model. And now I use the GCF just like we did in class and you've done on your delta math. It's x. This is x as well. Minus 1 and then minus 6. So my factored form is x minus 6 and x minus 1. And it's still equal to 0. I didn't change anything. So you can just have this line here. All I did was I took my standard form and I just rewrote it into factored form. Okay, so that's step 2. Basically, you just have to factor this standard form. Okay, so I got my factored form, x minus 6, x minus 1 equals 0. Now use zero product property. What zero product property lets you do is, if I have two factors, right, this is a factor, and this is a factor, two factors equal to 0, you can set each factor equal to 0. So I want to say, well, this is x minus 6, so I have two arrows basically, x minus 6 equals 0, and another one, x minus 1 equals 0. All I did was I took what's inside the factor, and I set it equal to 0, and then this other factor. So I guess, sorry, I should have done green there to match my previous drawing. And then I had pink on this one. Okay, now I need to solve each one separately. So how do I solve this one? Well, I need to isolate this x. So I need to add 6 to each side. X equals 6. And then this one as well. X equals 1. So those are my two solutions. And then I really just want to make sure I remember what I'm even solving. So I'm going to write a complete sentence. X equals 6 and x equals 1 are the solutions to, what was the original equation we were trying to solve? It was this one up here. So that's x squared minus 13x, what else was it? Plus 4 equals negative 6x minus 2. Was that it? Yep, that was it. And that's your final answer. Okay, so let's do one more example together. Again, if you're feeling already pretty confident with this, then go ahead and try some of the delta math. If you aren't, then continue on with this video and maybe write this example down in your notes. Okay, so rearrange the terms. So here's all the steps kind of written in small. Let's do step 1 and step 2 on this slide. So I first want to rearrange the terms. So I want to make this equal to 0. So I want all this to be equal to 0. So I'm going to have to do just one by one. Plus 2x plus 2x. So I have x squared minus 18x plus 6 equals 14 minus 4x squared. Get rid of this 4x squared. So then I have 5x squared minus 18x plus 6 equals 14 minus 14 minus 14. 5x squared minus 18x minus 6. Oh, sorry, minus 8. And actually, I think I need to fix this. So I'm going to pause this video right now and just make it a two-part while I kind of fix this error. Sorry about that, guys. I'll continue solving this one in a different video. Actually, no, this one's okay. Sorry. Okay. So let's go ahead and, that was step 1. That was rearranging it all, so standard form is equal to 0. Now let's factor this expression. So I want to do that over here. So 5x squared, negative 8, that's negative 40x squared, negative 18x, I think it's going to be negative 20x, and positive 2x. I think that'll do the trick. And then I'm just going to do the GCF. Again, kind of pause the video and try to finish it on your own. And so my factored form is 5x plus 2 times x minus 4, and that equals 0. Okay, so that's step 1 and step 2. Let's go to the next slide to finish it. I'm just going to continue here. So now let's use zero product property. I'm going to set each factor equal to 0. So remember that was one factor and then another factor. So I have 5x plus 2 equals 0. And then the one in pink, x minus 4 equals 0. Let's solve this one because, well, you can see I have to solve both, but you have to isolate x. So let's add 4, x equals 4. That's one solution. Let's do this one now. Minus 2, minus 2. That's 5x. These cancel. And you have minus 2. I divide by 5. X equals negative 2/5. So these are the solutions to the original equation, which was this up here. X equals negative 2/5 and x equals 4. Okay. So those were the